Welcome, viewers, back to Space Haven, where we join Emerson, Jimmy, Madeline, and Tala in their quest through unknown space after the apocalypse has wiped out the habitability of Earth. Now these intrepid adventurers are searching for a new life among the stars. We are going to take a look as they finish sleeping. We're going to take a look around their ship and see if there's anything left for us to do, and just get a general idea of what's going on. So this icon here is a new one for me. Facility output tile full, cannot produce more. I think that just indicates that somebody has to go and pick up some of the output of that. In the last episode we left off, we were trying to move this storage area. So we've set the storage area rules to not allow any more and to empty. And this one to not allow any more. So that should force them to carry all of the supplies from this storage area to this new one that we've built. We've also added a hyperdrive to the ship over here, which has had most of its parts laid but isn't quite built yet. We also managed to move the generator out of this kind of storage room into what we're going to be calling the manufacturing area. We've also kind of started to get a handle on how comfort works here. While the ship is still largely uncomfortable, moving that generator out of the room, this main room here, has really increased the comfort level of this room, but at the same time drastically decreased the comfort level of this room. So we're probably going to spend an episode dealing with that, trying to figure out how we can wall off these individual components and use this available space to try to make this a less obnoxious environment. That, along with checking out this derelict here, and making sure that we've got everything we want out of this derelict, will probably occupy most of at least the first half of this episode. So let's take a look at what's left to transfer here. Not much, just some alien monster corpse. Monster corpse says body of a dead monster. And some soft blocks, which we don't particularly need. So we're going to ignore the rest of the salvage there. We might actually tell these guys to jump while working on these features we're talking about, because there's no point in hanging around a sector where we're not really interested in exploiting any resources that are left in that sector. So let's give them a little speed boost here, get these people up, and get this show started. Now that they're up, they have about an hour of relaxation time, so we'll let that go at normal speed, actually, and just take a quick look at their skills and status. So again, it certainly doesn't appear that their skills are increasing in any way, so I'm pretty sure you're stuck with the skills you give them at the start. Likewise, their attributes don't appear to have changed. I haven't reviewed that very carefully, so it's probably worth taking a look and seeing. Maybe I'll go to that and go back to an older video and see. But right now, it doesn't look off the bat like anything's changed. What is changing is their status. So the total number of status effects is drastically reduced. Tala here is feeling lonely, but she's feeling comfortable, so those basically balance out, giving her an overall +1 to her mood, which I believe starts to bring her mood up. Her overall mood is actually extremely good. Quickly, we'll go through the rest. Madeline, also good mood. She's not quite as comfortable as Tala. Jimmy, somebody actually comforted Jimmy. So he is feeling exceptional. Look, he's actually got a mood over 100. Emerson, likewise, very good mood, but someone was mean to him. Someone also thanked him and comforted him. So it looks like Emerson and Jimmy are probably comforting each other. Alright, as soon as Emerson finishes this hyperdrive, we are going to plot a jump. Plot a jump to up here, I believe. Yeah, let's go here. Like I said last time, we're going to go here and we're going to try to collect this Hyperium crystal. So preparing to jump. Let's make sure this is on auto. I believe changing that turned off that jump I was preparing, so doing that again. Interesting. Errors. Jump online. Mining pods recalled. Shuttles are restricted. Good. Okay. So Madeline hopped on the console. Here we go. Logistics are overwhelmed because they're trying hard to move that storage into usable areas. Plus, they're doing the morning tasks like getting those grow beds ready. Alright, so here's our jump. I realize we have been to this area up here, which it's kind of hard on this map. It doesn't really give you a very good idea of the history, so you kind of just have to either take notes or remember where you've been. Although I do believe if it has icons on it, that means we've either seen it or been to it. Whereas these spots here that are just gray circles, I think that means either we haven't been there or we haven't even seen it. So let's head here. Let the HSS Horus drop out of space where these Hyperium crystals are. We'll take a look at grabbing those. There's also a derelict here. We're more interested in the Hyperium. Let's see, we will drop out near to it, near to the Hyperium, so that nobody can interrupt us or sneak up behind us while we're, I guess, come on to space on that side of us. So that did use both of our hyperdrives for the first time. I didn't really notice. It just looks like if you have enough. Before there was a display here showing us how much mass we had. Why is that display gone? I don't know. And another thing that I am constantly forgetting is that we're going to have to deal with our fertilizer situation eventually. Right now it seems like we have plenty, but I'm going to have to remember to add some kind of fertilizer processing system so that we can continue to create fertilizer for our grow systems. I'm going to try to remember to keep an eye on that. Chances are I'll forget and it will drop low, but while hopefully this is enough of a jog of my memory that I will remember this time. Alright, so there's a lot of logistics jobs that just nobody has the chance to do right now. Everybody is busy, so I'm going to just let them plow through the logistics job. We'll kind of take a look and see if there's anything obvious that we need to do, but if I give them too many jobs right now, they're not going to get that done, so it may be a little boring, but we're going to plow through it. Okay, look at this. Adding that second hyperdrive did indeed make it a lot less nice in this area. So I think what we're going to do is throw a wall up here, just cutting the fronts of those drives off. Put a door in it. Maybe throw that wall all the way across. It would be really nice to have this moved first, but on the other hand, it would be nice to have them not suffer horribly every time they walk through here. So I'm having a little bit of a waffle there trying to decide which one to do first. I think we're just going to continue letting them do the logistics jobs. Let's take a look at Jimmy's priorities because I don't like that he's just sitting there when there's stuff to do. Jimmy, you should have everybody right now massively high logistics priorities. I don't want to see anybody sitting around. Come on, Jimmy. What's the deal, buddy? Maybe you just needed a break. And now Tala. Everybody thinks it's time to sit around. Get moving, people. Get moving. Could just be that sending them into this horrible room is such a chore that they don't really want to do it. I wonder if I can lock them out of this. Let's see. So if I guess I could lock these shut and just keep them out of that area. That would prevent them from doing any jobs in there. That might let them focus on this transfer task that I really want them to focus on. I do have all of these units designed or set up designated to continuously produce things. So as soon as they're out of there, I'm going to lock this door. Come on, Jimmy. Get out of there, buddy. Your number one task is logistics. I guess logistics must include... I thought logistics would be moving stuff around, but I guess he does have a high industry. So let's drop that a little bit. Let's drop everybody's priorities down to where the only thing they're really gonna want to do is logistics. Let's see if that takes care of it. As soon as he's done there, I hope that means they're gonna start just concentrated on moving stuff out of this storage. There we go. Jimmy's on his way. What are you working on, Jim? What are you working on, Jimmy? You're going to the bathroom, aren't you? No, you're just so sick of being in that room you had to do something else. Alright, let's lock this door too. I probably don't want to do that for too long, but that's okay. There's 10 unreachable jobs in there now. That's alright, we're just going to ignore those jobs for now. Let's see if they all focus on moving storage. Excellent, that's exactly what I wanted them to do. Tala is a little off track there. The rest of them are doing their best to get that storage moved. Might take them all day. That's alright. I think we're doing good. Let's take a look at the crops. Okay, so we did indeed cancel everything except for the root vegetables here and the meat because those had started. Those were like 20%-ish. Likewise these. So we're just waiting for these to finish and then we're going to rearrange this whole room. In the meantime, the boring task of just moving storage back and forth. Let's take a look at what we've got in here so far compared to this. What was that one? Overview. This fiber? Yes, fibers. Alright. Biomatter in here. Wow, we have 10 Hyperium. So we have a lot of Hyperium already. That's okay. Let's keep it up. Let's keep that stuff moving. That seems like a lot to transfer. I guess it's mostly food. I don't know. I wonder how long this is going to take. I don't see more stuff appearing in here, really. Okay. I see. So these are the kind of the transfer orders here. The number in parentheses must be how much is coming in versus how much is already there. I want to see the actual blocks disappearing from here and reappearing in there. I don't really see that happening. Everybody seems to be really busy with the moving. Look at that, she's got a can of water. Is that what you're carrying? Carrying to storage. Inventory. Water. Yep. Taking a look at our vitals, we have plenty of water, plenty of energy rods, plenty of hyperfuel for now. We're a little low on infra blocks, but not terribly. Got a good amount of all of the blocks, actually. We do have a tiny bit of scrap. Plenty of steel plates. Plenty of electronics components. A few optronics components. The industry is really starting to produce things. If we can get our ship organized, we might have a reasonable, a reasonable time ahead. I have a feeling that also just having them do this is keeping them out of that horrible, uncomfortable area. Oops. So let's see if that helps. So, nope, they're still in an uncomfortable environment. Minor discomfort. Moderate, minor, moderate. Just a little hungry. Minor discomfort. So the discomfort is actually pretty small today. think we're doing a great job of keeping their moods up. Their mood does drop during the day. They were in the 90s and over 100 at the start of the day. Their overall mood is going down, but generally they're all still looking reasonably good. Alright, they're all getting hungry at the end of the day. Comfort levels are decent. And we are seeing crates starting to pile up in the new storage finally. Okay. I like what I'm seeing here, people. Again, this is a really dull episode, so... But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Get this sped up a little bit. I don't really like using the speed controls because it just seems like you miss so much of what is happening during the day. But in a task like this where literally all they're doing is transferring crates from one place to another, it does call for using the game speed up. Madeline's taking a break. Everybody's complaining about their comfort a bit. The task looks like it's maybe about half done, so it's really going to take 2 days to transfer everything out of that storage to a new one. Wow. What a waste of time. Well, luckily you guys have all the time in the galaxy. Take a look if we see any progress on this. So 38 and 26, that does look like that progressed a bit. Yes, they all did, about 10%. So I wonder if that means it takes like 10 days for vegetables to grow. Not sure. I haven't really been paying enough attention. We are seeing just random crates all over the place. And it does look like the day's shift is just about to be over. Select one of these guys. They all have the same shift, and you can see here, oh, they've got another hour of work in them. Jimmy's taking frequent breaks, though. Nothing happening. Did we ever explore this derelict? No, this derelict is unexplored, so we have a lot for them to do here. Hopefully they get this done so we can move on to more interesting things tomorrow. Alright, there we go. They're all taking a break, eating. They're going to hit the sack. We're going to speed through this as fast as possible. Watch their conversations go. Maybe take a look as they sleep. How their comfort rises back up. That is, yep, immediately they're much happier. They love being in bed. That's good. We'll let them finish that. We're going to leave these tasks unattended. Hopefully that doesn't cause us to run out of power. I think that power plant has plenty of fuel in it. And morning tasks, and they immediately go back to transferring. Of course, they go to do the maintenance routines that they can, but then they're going to just continue to unload this storage, reload this one. Excellent. Once that's done, we're probably going to dismantle this if they manage to empty it all the way. And I believe I'm going to make another one here. Seems like the best plan is make another one here. Although I want to make sure that there's room for a wall here. So that's kind of what we're going to do next, is wall this off, dismantle this, make another storage here. Finally, we will let this storage move into that one. And that will finally release enough space, or have the space organized enough where we can do more interesting things with the rest of the ship. This stuff down here just looks like things that came out of the airlock that was down there. So they just haven't had time to go down and pick that up, I guess, or time or interest. Looks like we're nearly finished with here. 30 items left in there. Does look like they will finish that before the shift is over, which is great because they really do have a lot of other things that I'd like them to do today. For instance, we would like to construct a third hyperdrive. We would like to put a wall up. So this wall would be nice to be able to walk past the hyperdrive. So ideally the wall is on this line here. Storage is 3 squares long. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that puts the wall here. If I put it here, I could abut these two storages right next to each other, so there'd be no way to walk between them. And if this wall was here, there'd be no way to walk around this way, so that'd be kind of lame. So I think a better solution is just to have this wall, straight wall along here, and then separate rooms or separate entrances between the two banks of engines. All right, we've done it. So it looks like this storage is empty. We're going to dismantle this. And we're going to unlock these doors. Which isn't working. Why can I not unlock a door? Open. Open? Yes, okay. Normal, I see. Normal, unlocked. Normal, locked, or open. Those are kind of a 3-state toggle there. Great. Oh, geez. So that whole room got incredibly cold because we weren't letting any heat through into there. Okay. Probably should put its own heater in that separate room. All the heat comes from the air in here. We're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to say no more stuff allowed in here, but first let's start building this second storage here. Second storage we can build here. And then we can start with that wall. So this wall, yeah, so if I put this wall here, it does cut that storage off, but I don't think that's a terrible thing, because they can get through that down the middle. Although that heater is in the way, isn't it? So let's move that heater. Well, we will move that heater eventually. Let's move that after we have them construct this wall. Why can't I put one there? Can't put the one there, and I can't put one there because that's where my lights are. Okay, let's dismantle these lights. Dismantle this heater. We'll make a wall heater there, I guess. Oh, I bet it's uncomfortable in there, huh, Tala? Freezing cold, dark, incredibly noisy. Smelly gases coming out of the assemblers. Not the best place to work. Hyperdrives are making this unbearable here, so once these hyperdrives are walled off, I think we'll be alright. This one, we're also going to set the rules up to select everything and say empty. There we go. So eventually they will take stuff out of there and put it in one of these others that we're making here. Right now everybody's on maximum priority for logistics. Let's up the construction priority for Emerson. We do have an incoming ship. It's the Cult of New Haven. Interesting. They don't appear to be enemies, but we do want to watch out. We can't really hail anybody still because I've never bothered to make the operations console. So let's check on the Cult of New Haven. Let's check them out. So if I go here, I believe we can see factions. These are all the friendly factions. The Cult of New Haven are actually one of our friendliest factions. Wonder if that gives us better trade with them. Something we'll have to check. Alright, Emerson's working on the wall. Nobody has bothered getting those lights. We should probably think about where we want these doors. Rather than have him make walls and destroy them all. Let's see. In front, 1, 2. It really should have been this to make it right in between those. So, I think that would be this one. And let's get rid of this one and put a door there. And then we'll put a wall here after all. Showing the walls. This is what our ship looks like right now. Eventually we will decorate a little bit better in here. Might be nice to expand their sleeping quarters so they can have some lights. Everything's looking pretty nice right now, though. Jimmy's still working the logistics. Just about done with this shift for the day. We're gonna actually add a task to build some doors in here too. Hopefully somebody takes care of dismantling. Looks like Emerson's gonna manage. Good. What is left here? We still have this tools facility. We're gonna want to move that. Oh, this is looking so nice and open now. It's gonna really make a huge difference in these people's lives. We did lose that heater, so look at this. This place is starting to look cold, so let's put a heater order in before I forget. Heaters are going to be in life support. So let's put a wall thermoregulator over the door here on this side, and another one. I don't know where we should put this one. I guess right here. And we're probably going to want a couple in with these drives here. And then some lights in there as well. Lights are in furniture. Yeah. Make it so it's not too dark and dreary there. Okay, we're not going to be able to do that because of the floor power unit. So we'll just put a floor light in here maybe. Can we do that? Nope. No place to put it. Okay, well, we're going to have a dark one for now. Maybe I'll move that heater eventually. While we're at it, it's probably a good idea to put a heater in this one also. Let's put it over here by the door. There we go. This one just can't reach the temperature, right? Okay. Cannot remove spacesuit. No safe place to remove my spacesuit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's gonna make them uncomfortable. I think we might have an emergency here. Let's tell you what. Let's get Emerson. Emerson, I'm gonna need you to work late. How do we do this? Emerson. Schedule. You know what? Sorry, buddy. You're working late. And your priority is going to be just construction. Tella. What you? I see. It's too cold in here. You're gonna make it. It's alright. Emerson, you're just gonna stay up all night. You're gonna finish building because if you don't get the temperature back up in here, these people aren't gonna be able to remove their spacesuits. Everyone's gonna be miserable. Good man, good man. Okay, so as soon as you get that light out of there, we can drop a wall. Got that one there. We got this one here. But what we really need more than anything else are the heaters. So if you could manage that. It's interesting. Madeline had no trouble getting her suit off. Everybody else, though, just doesn't want to take it off, even though I believe the temperature is totally reasonable. Yeah, it's a reasonable temperature here, reasonable gas. I guess they need a place where they can transfer into it, so maybe it's the fact that this whole bay is freezing cold. Let's see what we say here. -10, -4, 0. Yeah, so it's ice cold in this place now. Good job. Their living quarters are still nice and toasty. Alright, so this spaceship did enter the sector. Probably going to want to check trades with it, but not going to do that right now. It looks like we managed to get a thermal regulator up here. What's this one saying? I just can't reach the set point here because it's too cold. So what happened? It's almost like... It's definitely like we need more temperature regulators. The Emerson's having accidents. Damn. Come on, buddy. Look at that. He hates this. Feeling a little hungry, low energy. Someone's been mean. He's spacesuit fatigued. Good. Tala did manage to get her suit off. That's good. Jamie's going to try to get his off now. So it's not... Okay, and Emerson, you're going to get yours off too. Good, okay, so they all have their suits off. That means I can let Emerson go back to regular schedule. Let's do that. Put his schedule back to normal. He hopefully will just hop straight to bed. We did have a little emergency there. It's always a good idea to keep your temperature in check. Don't just go deleting the one heater that is keeping the absolute zero out of your spacecraft. What is this? Part of the ship is unreachable. Oh, okay, so we're gonna have to add a door there. So I will put a dismantle order on... No, not on this wall here. We should have made this a door. This one we don't need to dismantle. Good, okay. So we'll turn that into a door, give them a little access to that area there. Double check that we've got doors ordered everywhere that we need. Door there. Once they get all these heaters up tomorrow, they're going to be good. But for now, we had a lot of maintenance tasks done. We did manage to get new storage. It looks like this storage has almost been emptied. There's still 23 items in there. We might spend some time tomorrow just finishing that. There's just enough space in this one. And we do have this one completely empty and ready to go. So we're going to dismantle this. I think, honestly, I'm going to move this door over one because that leaves a corridor here. And then we can wall this off here. this area can be further walled into smaller rooms. We're going to move this hull stability. What is this? Hull stabilizer. We're going to move this hull stabilizer somewhere. And then we'll have room for a third hyperdrive up here. Finally, we're going to have to put a couple more heaters in this area because, yeah, somehow we were regulating temperature pretty well, but it really just plummeted to near zero everywhere with just removing that one heater that was helping. This pair of heaters were really doing the job, keeping the entire ship stable. But we seem to have reached a tipping point there. All right, so with that, we're going to call it a night here, let these people get some rest, and we'll pick it up again next time. In the meanwhile, please leave a like if you're enjoying this. Let me know what you think in the comments. And come back and join me next time for Space Haven. Bye-bye.